Hey there crew, it's your captain here, Geronimo. Welcome to yet another episode on which we won't be playing Star Trek Online. Rather, we're gonna be doing a product review. You have all read the title, you have seen the thumbnail. It would be stupid of me to make it into a mystery. However, a couple of weeks ago I ordered a little something, and that little something just came into my mail. It's Eaglemoss's Norway Class model. With that being said, let's take a closer look at this beautiful vessel. I have purchased the ship variant without a book, so we only have a ship in its original packaging. Top of the package is made out of translucent plastic, giving you a clear view of the ship and its accessories that come alongside with it. By accessories, I mean the stand and the base of the stand. Box is painted in the gradients of the blue color, and the forward side contains Star Trek trademark logo/writing. Left flank contains logos of 4 different Star Trek series, the other side is simply blue with no writings, and finally, the right side flank contains some legal stuff written in multiple languages. English is the first one, and it says, "Collector's model, not designed or intended for the play by the children under 14 years of age. Die-cast vehicles with plastic parts. Keep packaging for the future reference. Published by Eaglemoss, made in China." If you want to read it for yourself or check another language, please pause the video now. All that is left is the aft side of the packaging, still sporting that gradient blue color with a large Starfleet delta, large barcode to help identify the product faster with the use of a scanner, and some legal writing about the trademarks. Overall, the box is very good. Large window allows inspection of the model and its accessories. The plastic covered and the hard cardboard box protects it from some damage. To open the package, all you need to do is flip the box around and let the interior slip out. You are now left with a cardboard box and two-sided hard plastic wrap. To take it fully out of the pack, pull the plastic up and release the interior. First thing that you get to see is the gorgeous Norway Class model, but more about it soon. Next up, there is a base alongside with a stand. Stand is made from the clear plastic with the fork-like protrusions that will be used as a ship mount. Bottom side has a squared-shaped peg which will fit perfectly into the base. Ship's base is wrapped in another layer of soft plastic. Taking it out reveals the base. Base is black and made out of metal. Bottom side contains thin layer of plush, so it won't damage your table, but will probably make it a little bit slippery. There is a metallic decal stating the ship's class. Top side of the stand contains a female peg slot. As I feared, placing it on the table and pushing it around, it is really slippery. So I would suggest putting some kind of a plasticky caps on the bottom. Inserting the plastic fork thingy is very simple. I superglued mine in place, as it can fall out fairly easily. Ship can be mounted to the stand with great ease. All you need to do is insert warp pylons in between the forks on the clear plastic holder. It is balanced perfectly, so don't worry, ship won't topple over and fall. Before we keep on going, I would like to do a short commercial break in here. As I do not own a rotating table, I will use my hands. That is far more energy efficient, but it doesn't look good on camera. The Norway Class was streamlined type of Starfleet vessel, one of the number of relatively new Starfleet ship designs that fought against the Borg in the Battle of Sector 001 in the movie Star Trek The First Contact. This film saw the USS Budapest NCC 64923, and that exact ship is what you get from the Eaglemoss. Budapest is regular edition die-cast model, part of Star Trek official Starship collection line, which was published 10th of December 2015. Classified as a medium cruiser, armed with 6 Type 10 phaser emitters and 2 photon torpedo launchers. It was powered by a single warp core rated as 1500 plus Cochranes, which fed 2 warp nacelles. Norway Class engine performance is rated as maximum warp of 9.7 for 12 consecutive hours. Accommodation-wise, it could fit 190 officers and had evacuation limit of 500 personnel. For visual comparison, here's Norway against my hand. It should give you some sense of the ship's scale, but let's not rely on that. Let's take out a proper tape measure. Model's length is circa 14 centimeters, while the real ship had 364.77 meters. Ship's width is 8.5 centimeters, while the real thing held 225.61 meters. And lastly, the height is roughly 1.5 centimeters, and the real thing had a height of 52.48 meters. When placed on a scale, ship's mass without the stand is 71 grams, compared with its much heavier 622,000 metric tons, which would allegedly be its weight in real life. Now for the part that you probably all wanted to see. Budapest is a gorgeous starship model, filled with small details. Good lord, the details are on the point! Warp nacelles are made from the translucent blue plastic. If light conditions are good, it will look like engine grills are glowing blue. The same can be said for the Bassard collectors as well. They are formed from a red translucent plastic. You can see how the engines shut down while I cover the light. Flipping it around, we still see the same staggering amount of visual details. Just look at it! Every single groove, dent, cut, and line has been fine cut into the ship's hull. I also have to compliment the paint job. There are no decals, no any parts that I feel that might scratch off or peel away, making it less detailed. You can see ship's registry and name the best from the bottom side. Aft side of the ship sports twin hangar bay, which are clearly marked with numbers 1 and 2. Next to them, we have twin impulse engines. And here's the first potential problem which I found. Comparing engines with the rest of the ship, it looks like a rushed paint job, where the paint is not covering the entirety of the engine. I know we haven't gotten a good look of a Norway in the movie, so I can't blame Eaglemoss too much. One small detail which I noticed is how aft torpedo launchers are painted red. They're literally 4 small dots, but they're still visible. Good job, Eaglemoss. Phaser strips and escape pods are raised out and can be felt underneath finger quite nicely. This is usually where mistakes happen and some paint spills around, but not here. Escape pods and phaser arrays are painted perfectly. Ship was very cold when I picked it up, so by some poking test I deduced the saucer is made out of metal alloy, which can also be heard while you poke at it. Pylons don't feel this cold, but they do have this metallic sound. Pylons are quite thin, so I was afraid they might break or bend if they're really made out of metal, but they passed my bending test pretty well. Portside nacelle is... what the hell? The portside nacelle is made of plastic and it's very solid, however, starport side of the nacelle is very loose and it broke off with no effort at all. This might be a problem with this ship or with entire series, I can't know that for sure. Nothing that a little super glue can't solve. Bottom side of the saucer produced another sound which differed from the top of the saucer. It is clear that it's hollow in the middle, but I also have a feeling it's made from the plastic. Also, it wasn't as cold as the top. This model indeed contains 6 phaser arrays and 2 aft twin photon torpedo launchers. Ship doesn't have the traditional blue deflector array, and at first I thought phaser array arches aren't long enough to cover the entirety of the ship. I thought there were a lot of blind spots, but with closer inspection I noticed that I was wrong. Thumbs up to Starfleet engineers. So there we go, crew, Eaglemoss's Norway Class model of the starship. It looks really good, it's very highly detailed. I love how the windows, some of them are dark, some of them are light. Every single groove on the ship can be felt underneath your finger. There are all of those tiny little lines. It looks amazing. The only problem, as I said, that I found is the wobbling warp nacelle. However, that can be fixed pretty easily. Now, I don't know if this is a problem with the entire series or I just got a botched model. Nevertheless, I love it. I love how parts of it are made out of plastic, the other parts are made out of metal. Although it is small, it is extremely high detailed. There are no decals, there are no things that can be scratched off or peeled away, so everything is solid, it's made in place, and I love it. I would definitely rate it 10 out of 10. Amazing, great job. This is going to wrap yet another video, crew. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and of course, thank you so much to all of my channel members who are Alan Pate, Nick Romano, Captain Altman, and Joseph Leland. All of your donations really help me run this channel more smoothly, especially regarding Star Trek Online, which is primarily what we do in here. I love you all, thank you all so much one more time, and I'll see you in the next episode. Geronimo, out.